Hey everyone, Kris here.
And my name is Guillaume. Hope you're all doing great today. Today is something that was highly requested, as I understand, something that we've come across a lot, and that is what amount of good can we still sound on a budget? So the idea is like, not good, just the same. How much good?
The same amount of somewhat good sometimes.
So, yeah, you guys are both familiar with Kris and I's usual rigs and our guitars of preference and the kind of amps and pedals we go for, and we've seen that comment a lot.
Yeah.
Can you still do that without spending 10 grand? Ish.
Tell me about it.
Roughly.
Yeah, the thing is that we tend to choose our favorite products for a good reason, because we sit in the middle of whatever, like paradise, really. So we get to choose nice stuff, and who wouldn't, right? But that doesn't mean that we do not discover affordable stuff that are pretty much the same amount of fun to use. So that is exactly the goal. Today, we set ourselves limits. We told, okay, the maximum amount of money spent is €1,000.
Yeah.
And if you go way lower than that, you get an extra point or something. Yeah. And it could be giggable if you want to. It's not necessarily a requirement. It should be the same amount of fun playing it and be as happy with the results as you would be with your normal choice of rig or gear.
Which is quite the challenge for a tenth of the price. So,
yeah,
I haven't seen Chris's rig.
I haven't seen
He hasn't seen mine. We just have a ghost and a Ghostbuster in the background. So we're going to unveil those rigs, plug them in, fiddle them back together, because mine is just looking pretty over there. And yeah, give you some sounds, talk about it, talk about the choices, why we made said choices, and get on with it.
Oh yeah, you want to start?
Yes, because mine is right there.
I might move out of the way.
Are you ready?
Are we ready?
I'm going to try and do that gracefully.
Okay. Ooh, You have a tuner.
Yes.
I don't. You have multiple tuners. The Katana has one too, right? Oh, wow.
Yeah, probably. So I went with that.
Is cool, man.
Larry Carlton's S3.
Is it the 3?
I think. Yeah, S3.
Nice.
I sorted by price. The only requirement that I had was obviously shape. Pickups, not SSS, HSS, didn't really care much. I like both. My Pink Strat obviously has SSS, but my Blue Strat has had every other type of pickup in it possible.
2 humbuckers at the moment.
Yeah, 2 humbuckers at the moment. My only requirement was I wanted that shape of a guitar, and I wanted a rosewood fretboard.
Ah, okay. Is that a feel thing?
It's a feel thing. Okay. I have been very happy with some other woods, some other alternatives to a dark wood. But my wood of choice, at least for where my left hand goes, is rosewood. So I'm going to declare
this went sound really fast.
I'm going to declare that footage usable, and that's going to make it to the edit. So yeah, those were my only criteria, and that was the first one that popped up in a color that made me say yes.
I think you.
That's the guitar. As far as the amp goes, I mean, honestly, I would have gone for
50, right?
Yeah, that's the 50. That's the 50 Mark II Katana. It's really good. We saw it again in the Katana video that we did a couple of weeks back, where we played them all. Obviously, if I could have gone for the artist or something like that, it would have been better.
Or the 2x1200 one.
Or the 2x1200. And there were a couple of bundles where I could have sort of squeezed that into the budget with just that foot switch and no other pedal. But, I was like, for versatility's sake, I'd like to have have a few stompies right there. So this is what I did, and that's the mini board where I have the Harley Benton.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of tape on them.
Yeah,
so,
okay, cool.
The Harley Benton Power Plant tuner, which is really cool. It's not isolated, so given the option, I'd upgrade that to one of the ISO Pro, because I've been rocking that on my personal board and I haven't had a single issue. But this is really practical. It's a tuner and it powers the other pedals that don't ask for too much milliamps. And the pedals are the Tone City something fuzzy. I forgot the name.
Fox Fuzz.
Yeah, Fox Fuzz, which is really awesome because it does both the muff and the vintage, so 60s fuzz thing.
That's all right. Okay.
The Nox Horseman, which if that video comes out after the big clone shootout that I filmed the other day, is incredible for the money. It's a really, really good clone type circuit. And the Deal Breaker by Harley Benton, the Mini Stomp series, and that one is really nice.
I know. I bought this
really
for my dad.
Nice blues breaker inspired pedal. So I'm like, you know,
cool.
couple of gain stages mostly because I like those to be analog and at my feet. And I'll plug all the boss effects that are in there for my harmonic trem, for my delay reverbs and all of that good stuff. And that is my rig. And grand total, sorry, 860 euros. So I could have still got like another pedal. I thought about it. I didn't do it. But 860. That's barely the price of my pickups. No, I'm exaggerating a little bit. Maybe the electronics and the pickups. But that's it. So
wow, that's
yeah.
That's more affordable than my rig.
Really? All right.
Is what I'm saying.
Show you mine. Show me yours.
So start guitar, pedals. Ghostbuster?
Let's do guitar, pedal, amp.
Okay, I didn't hide the guitar because it was already in the studio, so it's hiding.
One
already.
of the 70s
and now
tellies and T-types in the studio today.
Yes, of course. You're not going to be surprised.
Yeah,
it's this baby. This is here in the studio for a couple of weeks now. Because I didn't want to let it go. We had it here for a live stream probably or something. Yeah. And I was like, I want this guitar to stay here because it sounds surprisingly good and it feels awesome, which was not a surprise because I know that these guitars just play very nice. And also the color, you know, because
cool.
His Strat. And, So.
I could have picked like a butterscotch ST type, but no.
Oh, that looks weird.
All right, cool guitar.
Let's go amp.
Amp.
Which, try to get out of the way. Especially if it falls.
Be stuck.
Wait, now.
Oh, you tucked it in?
Yes.
Okay.
Ta-da!
Of course.
This boy. Which is the Mighty 15th. We know the Mighty 5th.
Yeah.
Which is obviously the smaller version of this. More headroom, probably a bigger sound. Never tried this though. So I'm kind of shaky. Yeah. But I know it's going to do a similar thing to the 5th. And since it has 10 more watts, I'm expecting it to give me more of that I already liked in the 5th. So,
fair enough.
You know, rounder tone, more headroom.
Yeah, not a bad
This
choice.
needs pedals though. I mean,
okay, are you using the amp with the Harley Benton cab?
Yes.
Did we factor that into the price?
Yes, I did. That's why I'm way above your, which is the 2x12 Harley Benton with the Celestion V30s. And the pedal board is probably going to be a little troublesome to shoot. Maybe, if we unplug these.
Did we factor in the power supply on the phone?
No, I could have went for something cheaper, but I don't, you know.
I see. As long as the judges remember that, it's okay. Ta-tam! Oh, nice. Yeah.
If you know me, you know why.
Yeah.
Drives and a delay. This is the mirror image, which gives all kinds of delay types. Golden Plexi, awesome for that British
that one's really
mid
good,
to high gain tones, and the Bluesman, because, you know, the Bluesbreaker type circuit just has to be on the board.
Yeah.
So that's it. It's simple, but I hope it's gonna be awesome.
I'm not surprised.
I know you're not.
But, you know, before we move on to sounds, just a quick reminder, 860 total. What is that?
930.
What?
990? 939.
939 without the power supply.
Yeah, but I could still put on like the ISO thingy, the smaller version, the Harley Benton ISO, whatever it's.
Yeah, that's still at least 50 bucks.
60, yeah.
And that's like 190 something? 990?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm still under 1,000.
Did we factor in the patch cables or? Okay, no, I'm joking. I want that part. We know it. Okay, just you know, keep that in mind for future reference. Let's plug that in and make some sounds.
Let's do that. We're back in the room. Let's hear the rigs.
Do you want to go first?
Go for it.
Should I do the honors?
Yeah, do.
All right.
Go for it. Hey!
That thing is so cool, the Fox note. It's got the octave in it.
Yeah.
I'm very happy. This was super enjoyable to play. If I can give a little feedback now, do you want to play first and then we both feedback?
Yeah.
Okay, let's play first, feedback later.
So at the beginning it's just the amp and then I kick on the pedals, as seen on the screen.
Same as seen previously.
I mean, that's pretty cool. Don't you think? Yeah.
All right, in retrospect.
I started with a little crazy delay setting because more is more. And then all that I went back on the delay level, like the effect mix, just to hear more of the actual guitar tone, even though I quite enjoyed having way too much of it. It's a really cool tape delay setting in this mirror.
Yeah, it flutters.
I almost forgot about it.
It flutters really nicely. Like it's got a very chorusy vibe to it.
A really nice sort of random modulation in the mix.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't think I'm missing a lot. I would lie if I said that it's the same experience, though. But I don't think my ears are missing a lot.
My biggest complaint, honestly, is probably the fact that it's a 112 and it feels a little boxy.
Okay, well, I was about to say the opposite because I'm not playing your rig. I'm just listening to you playing, and it sounds bigger than the actual.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's but that's a Katana thing. I dialed it in the Katana way as well. So my master is full on. It's full on 50 watt as well, and I just dial in the volume in the preamp so that I still have some sag and everything. I'm super happy with what that amp does. I just think that I was very rich in lower mid range, not so much in bass, and that's just an inherent thing. As soon as you've got 212 going, that's it. So
what do you
for
miss?
160, nothing. Nothing. I mean, for 160, here's what I would do to have like full control over everything, because I have a little bit of reverb, a little bit of delay, nothing too crazy. I would go just a little bit overboard from 1000.
Okay.
Get the 212 and get the foot switch.
Yeah.
So I can select my reverbs and delays and modulations on the 212. Have that low end. In terms of front end pedals, I'm sorted. Like I'm really happy with the Deal Breaker, the Horseman, and this in isolation, but also like back together. I could switch from like whatever hard rock setting I wanted to back to blues, and
HSS,
that's basically what I do anyways. It's just like go from my best poor man's John Mayer impersonation and going for like more hard rock type thing and bridge pickup chuggy goodness.
If I was listening to my sound, I would say like, dude, that's you. Like, shut up. That's it. Me as a player, I wish a bit more dynamic range, which is something that I really love about blues breaker type pedals that are almost always just pricier. So that would break the bank immediately. That would not work in this budget. But I really enjoyed what I heard. The Plexi more gainy sounds, those were my favorites out of the bunch. The clean sound is really nice, but again, I kind of miss a little more, not even push or like that hit,
direct feeling,
but a directness, something, which is again something that only the player feels.
That's true.
When I'm listening to this clean sound, I'm like, dude, come on, it's really, really good. So it's really a balance thing. It's like there are things that I wish there was a little bit more, but then again, that's like 20 plus years of being picky. You cannot help yourself.
Yeah, you did that to yourself.
Yeah, it's too bad. too late and too bad. But absolutely ridiculous. I could be fooled with this rig. Yeah. Saying like, that's exactly my rig. Someone played it. I was like, yeah, it does sound familiar. Like very familiar.
Fair enough. Let's get some other sounds, see what happens, and conclude on our final impressions. Could we just stick with that rig? Can I just sell my Strat? Can I sell my amps? Plural. Can I sell my wet dry wet setup with 17 different drive pedals in front?
You could, but you wouldn't.
I just want to try a couple of things with it.
Do it.
I'm very happy.
You look like you are very happy.
It's very enjoyable.
Quite annoying, if you ask me.
You sound good, man.
Yeah,
I like
man,
the Bluesman dialed back a little bit.
Yeah.
That was super tasty.
Yeah. I had the gain pretty much cranked in the first playing, and
Yeah.
now I just have it around 12 o'clock. It's a very, very enjoyable and still affordable rig,
Okay.
which is, as told, is not a surprise for anyone else, but for us.
For us, tone snobs. All right, one final question, which is probably the most important question. What would you say, what would be your final recommendation on where to put the money, what to keep from that current rig that you have, what would you change?
Like starting here and then... Okay.
Exactly. Like, okay, is that the rig you would recommend for someone who wanted to sound like you?
Yes.
Okay.
Totally. Like
Would
if someone's
you-
inspired by those tones, this clearly gets me happy and makes me feel comfortable.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Any future updates that you might see within that rig?
This cab is ridiculous. I own one of these, and for
Pretty good.
many years, I would not change it at all. The head, I'm really happy with it. So if that works for you, it's as good as that kind of sound will get. So that's fine. The pedals are awesome. I know these pedals, and I know that they are on a level of much more expensive pedals in terms of tone.
Yeah.
Definitely. The guitar is really, really nice. It plays like a dream. I prefer a different neck profile. I prefer different voiced pickups. So I would maybe start tweaking the guitar.
Okay.
Or
That's cool.
if someone would get a guitar like this and would say like, yeah, it's just too thin, the neck or whatever, then I think that's the most reasonable place to start making it your own.
You're right.
Because in terms of tonal quality, everything is on the same ridiculously high level, even though the price tags are, no.
That's really cool because that's going to be a vastly different recap
Okay.
from mine.
Where would you start?
I would 100% back up the whole rig, everything about it. I would barely upgrade the pedals, to be honest. If you have something like that, or you want to sound like me trying to sound like John Mayer, which really is what's happening here today. The pedals are fine. The guitar is absolutely brilliant. It sounds really good. It plays very nicely. My problem with this rig is that it's going to be your rig for a long time, because I think the one is like big upgrade that you can do to that is the amp. The thing is, like, don't cheap out on a tube amp if you're going to replace something that's that versatile.
And sounds that good. 'Cause
Exactly.
The thing with katanas is all of these.
Yeah.
Like this is the smallest normal size one. Even this sounds, to me, much more pleasant and tube ampy than some budget tube amps.
Yeah. So my
Which is
recommendation
crazy.
is like, if you get something similar, it's awesome and you're 99% of the way there. If you have to think about upgrading anything, take time and save enough money to get a really nice tube head, a really nice 212, even maybe a
Or a
112
bigger combo,
or a bigger combo. But I'm talking, if you jump from that to a deluxe, for example, a deluxe or like anything that's
a Fender Deluxe Reverb. in
yeah,
case you're not-
exactly. Like that will be a very significant upgrade. For the one thing that we said was kind of lacking from those rigs is just like the direct sort of punch, the direct feedback, and you'll get that with those amps.
I wouldn't necessarily even upgrade the amp. I would definitely change the fuzz, because it's nice, but it's not my kind of fuzz. And I would definitely upgrade the power supply, because it's a part of your rig. So it's fair for me to criticize. I would go for something, especially if there's a fuzz on the pedal, that's isolated.
Yeah,
because
a nice
tricky. And
okay, that's true. A nice power supply, some nicer patch cables, and like you can always like implement that slowly as well.
Yeah.
Like in
One at a
terms
time.
in terms of significant upgrades, probably the amp.
I'm
I
so
stand
lucky
by.
that my power supply is not a part of my rig.
Oh, funny.
You can't criticize it.
All right, but on that, and on exactly that note, sentence, please let us know in the comments who
Sounded
you
better.
think
Thank you.
who
Goodbye.
you think won that challenge. My name is spelled Guillaume, but any other variation of those letters will work Also,
You can
Jessica.
also just write G last. Sorry,
Jessica.
G.
Jessica works.
Or
No,
Jessica.
but like, yeah, let us know in the comments. Did you enjoy today's sounds? Were you inspired by some of those pedals, some of those guitar amp choices? Do put that in the description, in the comments below. Check out the links that are in the description box.
Yes.
To all of that gear if you need more information about it. What else?
Nothing else other than we will see each other in the next video if you choose to click on it and subscribe and all those cool things. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.